Alright, everybody, welcome back to the SteelMen, and today we are going to be starting another little mini-series. Predictions. We did the football ones before for football season, but now, about a month out from hockey season, we're going to start those, and we're going to do division ranking. We're going to predict the standings in the division, and as you can tell by this jersey, we're going to start with the Atlantic Division. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. So with 8th place in the division, Atlantic Division, that is, we're going to have Buffalo at the bottom. And I'm going to have Buffalo at the bottom of the league, just behind Arizona. But yeah, Buffalo, they have nothing going for them right now. Jack Eichel wants out. He's not going to play for them. They have some young people. But Owen Power, the guy who they drafted first overall, he's not going to be playing this year for them. He's going to stay in Michigan for a year. They have some young guys, but there's just not much for them there. There's just nothing, really. So moving back up now to 7th, we're going to have the Ottawa Senators. They're getting better, a little better. They have some good prospects, some other good players, I guess. But I'm really more focused looking at their prospect pool because they don't really have much on their roster right now. They're growing some of those prospects like Brandstrom, Gustafsson in goal. Matt Murray probably isn't going to be the long-term answer in goal, so they're going to have to figure out where Gustafsson is in his development and how close he can get up there to be the starter. I know he's played a game or so already, so maybe this year, or close to this year, he might be ready. Up now to 6th, we're going to have the Detroit Red Wings, who made some good moves, who are on the up. And this is tough because I have them very close with 5th. Both of them aren't going to be making the playoffs. I don't have in my projections. But I'm Detroit with Nedeljkovic. Last year, they got Verona. They're getting some good guys, and they still have some prospects who are on the up. They did lose, who was that? They lost the defenseman to Seattle. I'm blanking on the name right now. He was young, he was good, but they're going to move on. They have other prospects they're going to be trading, and I don't know, in a year or two, they're going to be looking like a playoff team. Up now to 5th is the team that made it to the Stanley Cup Finals. Not Tampa, it's Montreal, who just lost Jesperi Kotkaniemi to an offer sheet, so that hurts. And then they used it on Christian Dvorak, which is not that bad in my opinion. It might be better than Kotkaniemi is right now. For the future, Kotkaniemi probably was the better player to have. They just don't have depth. I mean, they can play hard. They lost some good people. They lost some of their depth. Their defense with Shea Weber out. Like, how are you going to do that? Maybe, hopefully, Jonathan Drouin comes back. Carey Price, maybe he'll be better. This is kind of like the season I view as their Dallas Stars type of season. It's like the Stanley Cup hangover type of thing, You get to the final, and the year after that is just, it's not very good. So what happened with Dallas last year, they're having a bounce back year actually, but yeah, I just don't think Montreal's going to be up and up this year. Cole Caulfield should be pretty good for them though. If there's any reason they get higher up on that list, it's Cole Caulfield. At number 4, it is the Boston Bruins, who, spoiler alert, are not making the playoffs, not even as a wild card. I have both wild cards in the Metro division, so you'll see them then. But Boston actually misses the playoffs. Their core is aging, other than Pastrnak, who's still young. Same thing. It's just, you gotta have a lot of depth. You gotta have that depth. And they kind of got more. I feel like their top 2 lines is really it, though. Once you get to their bottom 6, there's not too much left for them. That's pretty much it for all of them. Boston and their goalie, who knows what's going to happen with Tuukka Rask. Even if he does come back, he's probably not going to be at the same level he was. They have Olmark, who should be okay for them in goals. Still not better than Tuukka was, or probably will be again. Defensively, they're pretty good. Same thing. I don't know. They might have some cap space to make a signing here or there. Other than that, that's why I think they're fourth. Third, it is the reigning back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. It is the Tampa Bay Lightning. And the reason I have them third is because their salary cap issues, and they lost a couple players. They lost a good bit of players. David Savard, Yanni Gourde, the list goes on. So they're not going to be as good. They still have depth. Tampa is going to be a team that could possibly do a three-peat. If there's any team that could do. In the last so many years, it's Tampa. Just with the amount of skill they have. And in the playoffs, if they get to the playoffs, this is a team you got to fear. Again, because of Vasilevsky and Kucherov and Stamkos. Those big bruises up there. And Braden Point, who they still have. So this is going to be a good team to watch. And I have them actually facing off in the playoffs against the Florida Panthers again, who are second in the division, the Atlantic Division. I think they made a big step against some people. I mean, they were already good last year. Just imagine how another year does. They find out what to do with Sergei Bobrovsky and his $10.5 million contract in the next so many, because I think it's like 8 years or it's 7 years or something they had. So there's probably 5 more years left on that. So they got to figure out what they're going to do with that contract, because Spencer Knight is going to compete for that starting goalie position, and I think he probably can make it. He can probably win that position. And then what do you do with Sergei Bobrovsky after that? You're not going to pay back up $10.5 million. Then again, you're not going to be able to trade someone for that has $10.5 million for nothing. You're going to have to add someone to that for them to absorb the cap. That's just how those things kind of work. So that's going to be, yeah. But I don't know, I feel like these top two teams have the most depth. And that's kind of what you need. When you have top two lines throughout the division, they're just going to be coming at each other. They're all going to be good. They're going to be bashing at each other. And it's kind of the depth that stands out in those teams. If you have a bottom six who can score, that's what's going to stand out over a bottom six who can't. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you have the depth, you're going to be able to do it. That's just basically how I'm thinking it. And then first, Toronto, again, they lost some pieces. They got some pieces. They are also cap-strapped. But they have a good team. The only question mark I'm having is goalie with Peter Mrazek. Is he going to keep his, same play style? I don't know. Is he going to keep it up, Is he going to be able to keep that high level of play that he had in Carolina? The funny thing is, Carolina and Toronto basically switched goalies with Peter Mrazek and Freddie Anderson. Freddie Anderson had a up and down year, Peter Mrazek, probably a little healthier, I'd say. So that might be better. You'll have a 1-2 punch goalie. If Peter Mrazek doesn't go out, you always go to Campbell. And then Austin Matthews, everybody knows that. I don't see any reason why they can't win the division. Florida's the only team in this division that competes for the division, other than Toronto. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what division you want to do next. We got Central, Pacific, and Metro to do. So yeah, that's going to be it for me. Thank you all for watching. And we will see you all in the next time. Peace.